Thursday, May the 4th, 2017. Almost exactly 6 months since my last video, and almost exactly 5 months since my hip operation, which is the reason why I've been absent. Glad to say that the hip is slowly but surely responding to treatment, such that today I'm going to give it a test up here in the Peak District. Pastures new, done with Norfolk now, so let's see how I get on with the Peak District on the Hope Valley line, which runs between Sheffield and Manchester. I'm keeping it simple today, easy for the hip. I'm going to do a short 5 miler from here, circular up to Ladybower reservoir. I've been blessed with the weather, which is brilliant, because I haven't been able to choose this weather today as I normally did on my walks. This has been granted to me by the powers that be, so thank you. I'm keeping my load very light today as well, and I'm probably going to use my walking pole, which I don't normally do, but being the way I am presently, got to be safe and sure. So the pole will come into play, no doubt, and I'm trying to avoid stiles at this early stage. So it's about 11 AM, as I say, cracking weather, temperature's nice and chill, perfect for walking, about 15 I believe, 15-16 degrees. Bit breezy though, so I hope we don't get too much wind disturbance today on this video. Let's see what lays ahead. Coming out the station, as you can see, turn right up towards the village, 3/4 of a mile walk along the A road, which I believe is quite busy despite being where we are. Coming out the station, just walking over the bridge, lovely view, behold, wonderful. Then looking back down the line from Sheffield direction, interesting. Since my last set of videos, obviously a whole heap of political stuff has gone on, and trying not to be too political, but we just do not need these idiots around, the Lib Dems. They've got absolutely no idea. That's why they fell out of favour so massively last time round. Okay, I'm going to make a deviation down Water Lane here. Walking past this children's play area, apart from a TV mast up there. Lovely vista. Another nice vista on my right, walking past this farm. Amazingly, 2 days ago I heard a cuckoo, very rare beast now. That was in Ickleford, Hertfordshire, where I'm now based. And the swallows I saw on April the 14th, the first one anyway, so they're long established. It's the old waterboard house, hence that's why it's called Water Lane. Probably a reservoir up here somewhere. This information board tells me that this is now a Quaker residence, the Religious Society of Friends from the Hope Valley. Cracking view over the village of Bamford there from the Quaker residence. I'm following this finger post to Yorkshire Bridge and Thornhill on the Derwent Valley Heritage Way. There are, or there is confusingly, a little footpath on the right just behind me, but that's not the one we take, although I dare say it would join up with this one anyway. Onward journeys to my right up there, next to the Quaker car park. Got an option here on your left to go up to Thornhill, but our onward journeys following the finger post to Yorkshire Bridge. So not up there on the left, straight ahead. And as I suspected, that the first footpath on the right does come out on this one. So we're now following something, a sub-path called the Thornhill Trail by the looks of it. And there you can see Thornhill Trail is a traffic-free link between Bamford, Thornhill and Ladybower. Nicely manicured footpath, which is ideal for me at the moment. Nothing too testing. It's a wonderful view across to Bamford with its church there. Glorious. Good to be back. Nice group of what I believe are forget-me-nots, but I'm open to correction. Of course, I'm very much at the tail end of the bluebell season at the moment, unfortunately. There are some on my left, up on the bank there, but not really giving a good spread. Very intermittent and dispersed. Some kind of artwork here next to this bench, depicting the local economy. See a tractor in there and people on bikes, sheep. Nice peacock there, getting its energy from the sun. A bit windy for them to be about though today, to be honest with you. Surprised. And over there in that bush, common place to find this bird, as you can hear, is a blackcap. Nightingale of the north. Been with us now for about a month or so, or certainly down in Hertfordshire. Very difficult to actually see though, I find. Oh, I can see him, he's bouncing around in the middle there. Lovely song. Sings continuously. Another cracking view of what I now discover is called Bamford Edge, with Bamford Tor at the very top there. That'll be a great circular to do once I'm fitter. But the wind is pretty strong up there. The junction of paths here. The one on my left goes off up to Win Hill. Straight ahead is our onward journey to Ladybower, and down there on the right there's a little path going to Yorkshire Bridge. Quite fancy taking the one up to Win Hill, but as I say, mustn't be tempted at the moment. See how I feel when I get to Ladybower. So far so good. In the background there you've got the omnipresent chiff-chaff. Chiff-chaff, warbler, common warbler, or garden warbler, I don't know, I can never tell the difference. And the blackcat seem to frequent similar habitat. And down our way, sedge warbler as well. Interesting to note that these benches are made from FSC certified larch grown in the upper Derwent Valley. So good use of local produce there. There's the old pole coming in handy. Excuse the pun. Lovely gorge here. Not much water in it, mind. And down below, gurgling or gushing, is the weir. So we're not far from the reservoir now, which probably explains why there's no water in the rivers. Nice information board there from the Peak and Northern Footpath Society, 2011. Beautiful. Interesting, now on something called the Touchstone Trail. Albeit it's still the Heritage Way, Derwent Valley, and a Sustrans cycle route now. The southern end of the reservoir now. Nice lawnmower job there. And then looking south approximately back towards Bamford. Cracking day. A bit of that artwork, this time with inscriptions of Shopton, Ladybower, I think it's Bamford down the bottom there. Then next to it, strangely, TV area. So there we are, wonderful Ladybower Reservoir. Classic bit of Victorian engineering. And there's the overflow plug. That's the walk over to the A road and the view down the valley. As you can see, a number of walking paths here meeting, and also, as you can note, litter. And look at that poor little lamb there, attacked by a domestic dog. Now, I wonder if that was a straightforward domestic dog, or more likely someone out mucking about with their staff. Breezy, I must say. Hope my new gus buster's working. Yeah, since I last recorded I went out and got another gus buster. Just breaking it in today. Doesn't quite fit the camera as smoothly as the old one, but let's see how the end result comes up. Well, that's certainly some overflow. As you can see from the side walls though, water level is probably a good 6 foot below where it sometimes is, or often is. So no call for this at the minute. And it's only May yet. Okay, it's nearly 1 o'clock, so an appropriate time to break for lunch. One of these little logs will do us. I'm ascending, or trying to, see how my leg holds up, Win Hill. It's about 400 metres height at the top, so I'll be doing well to get up there today. But let's see. Been at about 1:15 now. Just ascending still towards Win Hill and encounter this derelict cottage. Probably was a good idea at the time. Well, there you go. Still standing. That looks like a lesser stag beetle to me, which is quite rare. Not totally sure because I can't see it clearly myself without my glasses, but that's what it certainly looks like with those antlers. Can't go in too close because it will blur. Wonderful. Maybe somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. As I say, rather naughtily, I've given in to temptation. Shouldn't really be coming up this high and over this terrain. Look at it. But on a day like today, you've got to live a little. And that's the reason why. Look at that view. Ladybower reservoir down there. Glorious day for my return, and that I believe is Win Hill, my destination before I come back down to where I should be. Already a stone here. Tree line's starting to cease now, so getting up to a decent height. So here we are on the ascent to Win Hill, I'm hoping. What a wonderful vista that is. Just bumped into a group of young people doing the silver DOE. Lost. So hopefully I've directed them in the right place and I'm not lost. Now that's something I don't like to see, to be honest with you. Over there a commercial forest. Dark green coniferous forest. Not great. Another more recent edition of those Peak and Northern Footpath Society boards. This one erected in 2015 and dedicated to John Pickstone. It's a nice way to be remembered, isn't it? Those people in the background you can hear are the young people doing the DOE. Now I've got to find the way up to that. That's interesting. There's a group of people up there. So the question is, how do you get up there? Ladybower. Now I'm following this well-worn footpath, which I believe goes to Hope, which is not where I need to be. I can just see the trig point in the cloud there. As well, so that's as close as I'm going to get. But yeah, like lark or pipit, I would say. Struggling with it like I am, he is. Anyway, onward and upward. I'm now on the ridge, and on my right, the vista we've been looking at quite a lot this morning. Or the afternoon. There's Win Hill. You can hear me. Wonderful, look at that. Bit different to the South Downs, but in some ways not. Accessibility to here is thankfully top tight. downside to the Peak District, I guess, is the stoneworking. Obviously all the gravel and shingles and whatever that you get in your garden got to come from somewhere. Derbyshire being one of the main sources. Yeah, another one. Number 25. This one dedicated to a Manchester rambler who didn't live that old for a rambler, 67. Now, as you may hear in the background there, military jets. Got to practice somewhere, I guess. So there's my first trigger this season. About 450 metres this one. Win Hill. Large reservoir, Ladybower, as you can see. On the descent now to Yorkshire Bridge and Ladybower from a slightly different angle. Bamford Ridge over there. Now entering back into the wooded area. Tree line starts again. Interestingly, these deciduous trees not even in leaf yet. Good to see the mixed woods though. This lovely larch, I think it is, again. And I can hear in the background the goldcrests. Typical of their habitat. Interesting shelter, bivouac there. Wonder if that's part of the DOE as well. Tree roots. Shows how popular these walks are. Massively eroded. Big problem. This tree is still alive though. It's got fresh buds on it. That's good to see. But yeah, so lucky to be able to do these walks in the week. Because in the weekend, at the weekend, I guess it's absolutely chocker. So beautiful. Interestingly, there's a part of this finger post missing. Take note. Peak District Park. One to Ladybower, which I don't want. I don't want Thornhill, and I've just come from Win Hill. So the bit that's missing, as you can see there, would take me down to Yorkshire Bridge, I reckon. And that's behind me there through that gate, down through this wooded area. So let's hope that I'm right. As you can see, this is clearly a footpath. Not ideal for newly implanted hips, mind. Fair incline this. Glad I've got the old stick with me. I'll have to get myself a pair, I think, though. Take the pressure off the knees, which are actually holding up okay, but don't want to wear them out either. And that poor old birch has gone relatively recently by the looks of it. Look how shallow the roots are. Very pleasant, it's gurgling as I walk down the hill. As I said, pretty steep incline though, so certainly a good test for me. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it levels off now and becomes less rocky. Certainly not good for the old ankles. Okay, back to a point that I filmed earlier, which is good, because I did indicate that I'd probably try and do that circular, and I've done it. It's now 3 o'clock, and apparently my onward journey is down this staircase, past the weir, and that takes me to Yorkshire Bridge. So it looks like I'm on track. Rather pleasant weir. I'm now stood on the bridge. I don't know if this is the Yorkshire Bridge or what, but very pleasant views. Dipper territory, I wonder. Haven't seen any, but you never know. Certainly oxidised colour water. And that way, looking north towards the reservoir. Okay, I'm ascending Bamford Edge now on the other side of the valley, and that in the distance up there is Win Hill. And you can see the small valley there of the river I followed down. What a glorious day it's been. The walk I've loosely based my walk on today would follow that footpath marker there across the field, just in front of a property called the Veg. But because I've got plenty of time still before dinner, I'm going to continue up this lane, continue climbing, see what views I can get, and then take a slightly different route. I've only done about 5.5 miles of walking at the minute, believe it or not, but because of the terrain, it feels like a lot longer, especially as my first walk as well. Okay, there's Win Hill. What a lovely vista we now have on the opposite side of the valley. One I filmed earlier. Bamford Edge. Wonderful. Road this as well, so no worries there. Interestingly, one thing Bamford down there where I'm headed. The old church again. Well, this is unbelievable. This is the path I was going to take back down to Bamford. Due to exposed cables, there's a 6-month closure notice on it. Yeah, I wonder. Well, regular viewers amongst you will remember that I usually record at least one death. Today's is a little shrew. Not sure what's happened there because he's in good order. Probably been dropped by a bird of prey, I suppose, I don't know. Anyway. So annoyingly I've got to walk back, retrace my steps to the footpath that I showed you earlier. Because that other one is closed. I met a couple of girls that had walked up, but it meant trespassing on the farmland, and didn't really want to do that. Besides which, you know, it's a nice day, so Nothing lost really, apart from about half hour. I've seen a number of these, is it limestone columns with rings in them. See the metal ring. I wonder if somebody could tell me what their purpose is, because I don't know. Probably hooking up cattle or something. God knows. Form a gate as soon as it's across the road, but there isn't one on the other side. Could of course be for running wire through to make fence posts. Obviously now succeeded by the barbed wire and wood. Would seem an obvious answer. Coming down my alternative route involves some of these traditional tiny little gates and clambering over some walls, so not conducive to newly implanted hips. And there you go, some nice little lambs. It's another perspective on the valley anyway. A buzzard somewhere. Did see some kind of bird of prey earlier. Not sure what it was. Didn't have time to film it. This buzzard was about just the second bird of prey I've seen today. Here's the rather plain Catholic Church of Our Lady of Sorrows. Probably the name's a good reflection of the building. Strange looking church, if you could call it such. Here we are at the Angler's Rest. Multi-purpose property, post office, restaurant, well, to a degree, and tourist information centre by the looks of it. And tonight, 2 steaks and a bottle of house wine, £25. Well, I won't be having that because I don't eat steak. Anyway, let's go and find out what the story is on food. By contrast, we have a Wesleyan building. Presently situated as it is, they're not very flexible, any anglers. They stop serving lunch at 3 and don't then serve anything else until 6:30. It's only 4:30 now, so I'm smack bang in the middle. I've got a long wait. Train isn't until 7:30. Okay, there's the answer to what I've been identifying today. These artworks are part of the Bamford touchstones. Don't know if you can read that there amongst the ivy. Just as well Google it anyway. Touchstone trail. As I say, we've been following a little bit today. And here down in Fiddler's Well, this part of the village is called Fiddler's Well. Got another one of these touchstones. Delight in the good. Yeah. And clearly, I guess here was a well once upon a time. Presuming that's why it's called the well, Fiddler's Well. Somewhere around here there's got to be a well. They've got this stone commemorating the Diamond Jubilee in 2012. The original commemorating Victoria's reign. Diamond Jubilee, 1897. So here's the St John the Baptist Parish Church. House martins flying around above it as well. So it's about 5:15, nearly 6 hours later. and 7 miles. That's not 6 hours, is it? When did it start out? Yeah, about 11. It's now 17, so yeah, 6 hours later. Good God. And 7 miles later, completed. Lovely walk that was, Bamford Circular. Body seems to have held up thus far, but I'm not walking 100% right. But not to worry. It was a cracking day. It's a start. So as the saying goes, a journey begins with one small step. So that's what I'm doing again. Hope this was a nice video for you to enjoy upon my return. I certainly enjoyed doing it, and I'm hoping to get back up here a bit more often in the future. This is another, this railway line, the Hope Valley line, is another one I've got to do. So, till the next time.